Hello friends, so today we are solving the LeetCode question number 3637, Trionic Array. So firstly we understand the question. So in this question we have a vector of nums. So we just start with 0 to p. It's strictly increasing, and then nums p to q is strictly decreasing, and again q to n minus 1 is strictly increasing. So we take one example for understand. We start with 0 and strictly increasing, strictly decreasing, strictly increasing. Our array is 0, 3, 1 and 2. If it's possible, it's true, or it's not, false. So let's go to the solution. So in our question we have 1 array 1, 3, 5, 4, 2, 6. So in this we can see that 1, 3, 5 is strongly increasing. Start with 1, we reach at 5, and then 4 strongly decreasing, 4 and 2 we reach at 2, and again 6. So it's true. We already know that we have minimum 3 points. We need a minimum 3 elements of array. So firstly we add one condition. If we have less than 3 elements of array, we just directly return false. So for that we create a variable n for nums.size, and then we add one condition that n, if n less than 3, we directly return false. Then we initialize I is equal to 0 for we using a while loop. So we add condition that I plus 1 is less than n. We also add condition nums of I is always less than nums of I plus 1, because of we know that we need first strictly increasing. So if this happen, we just write I plus plus. Now we understand why it's work. Nums of I, at this time we have I is equal to 0, so nums of I is equal to 1 is less than I plus 1, and I plus 1 is 3. So that's true, and it's work for 1, 3 and 5 because it's strictly increasing. Now we add one more condition. If I is equal to 0, then we directly return false, and then we take one variable integer p is equal to I. Then we add one more loop for strictly decreasing. So I plus 1 is less than n, and second condition is nums of I is greater than nums of I plus 1. So in this, if it's happened, we just I plus plus. So now we have I is equal to 2 because we stop at the element 5. So I plus I is equal to 2. So 3 less than 6 because its length is 6. It's true. And then nums of 2 is equal to 5 is greater than nums of I plus 1 is equal to 4. So it's also true. It's work for 5 to 4 and 2. So our condition stop here. So now we again add one condition. If p is equal to 0, then we return false, and again add one more variable integer q is equal to I for store a value of I. Then add one more while loop for strictly increasing. So integer, so I plus 1 is less than n, and nums of I is less than nums of I plus 1. If it's happen, we again do I plus plus. Now add condition if I is equal to, here a small mistake of us, I p is equal to q, because at this time we have the value of p is equal to q. Then return false, and for final result we just return I is equal to n minus 1. If it's true, then so we run this question and see the output. Both test cases pass. Now submit this question. Now our question is solved. Thank you.